Hello. Um, Welcome to the Baltimore Bench Podcast, Episode 3. Today we're just going to be doing me for a couple minutes. Kevin is going to be a little bit late, but you can actually hear him this time, and I don't know if Kyle's going to be here. So where is it? I'm just adding some overlays, and we'll get started pretty soon. Just give me a couple minutes, and I'll be good. So I'll actually start until somebody joins it. I'll just keep doing this. You don't see this because I forgot to do it. It's been a hectic week. But we'll get going before 8 o'clock. I'll promise you that. Because I had to add all of the overlays all the topics that we're going to be talking about. And since it's been a 2-week period, there's a lot of overlays that I need to add. So today, basically, what we're going to do... Did I add Levine? Hold on. Yeah. So basically what we're going to do today, we're going to go over the topics that have occurred in the new period, 2-week period. So also we're going to do this one today, obviously, and then another podcast, not next week. Not next week, but the following week, April 29th. That's a Thursday, at 6 or 7 o'clock. Don't know yet. Most likely going to be 7 o'clock. So that we can get an hour ahead of time and talk about all of that good stuff. Like I said, other people are going to be on later today. One going to be Kevin, and then one's going to be maybe Kyle. Has he responded yet? No. I don't know why I have the Terps overlay there. Whatever. Almost done. 3 more categories to go through. So today we're going to go through all of the topics, and then we're going to go. Then I have an ideal scenario that I want us to draft. I'll talk about that a little bit. And then I have a draft review scheduled, and we look at the prospects and we say if we want them or not. Mock drafts as the baseball. So I might have the baseball game up on a different screen, actually. But I might as well just put it on my tablet over here. Give me a minute. Prospects. Mock drafts. Jeez. Mock drafts. Those will be coming not next week, but the following week. Right when. Hold on. Is this it? I think, yeah, that's it. So, mock drafts will be the day before. Sorry. Yeah, mock drafts will be on the day of the draft, right before it. We'll go over our mock drafts and what we want to happen and what we hope to happen. Same thing, but whatever. So, let's get into it. Opening day, at Camden Yards was a couple weeks back. Don't remember when it was, but let's see. Actually, I can look it up. I should probably have this already. Scores maybe. April 1st, was that opening day? No, we were still at Boston. Hold on. Technical difficulties. Wait, maybe was it the 30th? It's kind of bad that I don't know when my own team's opening day was. But I watched it. We played Atlanta? No, that had to be in a... I don't know what I'm looking at. Was it April 15th? March? That's today. Technical difficulties right now. Was that opening day? Had to be, right? It makes sense. All right, whatever. I don't feel like prolonging this. Opening day, let's say 10 innings. I don't know. Whatever. We lost. Opening day is looking. Orioles started off on that hot streak. And then look it back. Started off on the hot streak, winning 3 against the Red Sox. Kind of brought it down. What do you expect? They're the Orioles. We're about to get going here. Yeah, we're about to get going on the live feed. So anyway, Orioles looking good. They're kind of in a rebuild mode. So, let's switch over to our next topic. This is pretty old, but DJ Stewart, Demetrius, I think his name was, Stewart and Pat Valleca, that minor transaction. DJ Stewart off of the IL, brought up to the major leagues, helping with the Austin Hayes outfielder dilemma. Pat Valleca moved back down to AAA, AA, I don't know what it's called, and Bowie, I think it was. Valleca wasn't putting up those numbers, and it didn't make sense to have. I mean, I know he's a utility guy, but we have Ramon Urias that can play short and second. We have Chancisco, who plays catcher and maybe a little first if necessary. I guess we don't have a third baseman, but DJ Stewart would be our backup outfielder. We'll at least have one backup outfielder. So it doesn't really make sense for Valleca to be there. Oh, Mountcastle. That's where our backup third baseman comes into. Him and Franco. But who knows? His average wasn't that great, so I guess that's a good transaction. We had to bring somebody down. I think Cole Sulser or one of the bullpen pitchers would have been a better option, but I don't know. That's what the Orioles are deciding. Next up, real quick, after this is our final baseball segment. Well, I'm blown by these. Ronaldo Nunez. He is actually on the Tigers now. We cut him last year, I believe. And so what happened was Miguel Cabrera got placed on the 10-day IL, and they brought up Ronaldo Nunez. And I think he either got hit by pitch or was in some sort of curveball, wicked stuff. I don't know. Something happened with him recently. And so, yeah, it's good to see one of our guys going back over to another team. And I don't know, even though he wasn't that great for us, I mean, he hit bombs though. But next up, here we get into, we'll wait on basketball because I don't know enough. But we're going to get into the football stuff. It kind of goes really fast when you don't have like a second person to talk to. So I'm going to slow things down. Watkins. All right, Sammy Watkins. Interesting stuff came out. Not that interesting, but he said, I wanted a new scenery for myself. There was one team that stuck out. That was the Ravens. Greg Roman and Keith Williams were also reasons for joining the Ravens. So maybe he just wanted a new scenery. I mean, he would have if he would have taken a pay cut and stayed with the Chiefs. I don't know. I think that would have been a better option. But Sammy Watkins, I think he wants to be here. Actually, I think Greg Roman and Keith Williams will mold our, dare I say it, forge a new identity in this new season. He also says Lamar Jackson does have that ability in the passing game. That's what I want to come into. That's what I want to come into and get the job done. So that he's basically saying he has complete faith in Lamar Jackson. I mean, who wouldn't really? He's the reigning, no, Aaron Rodgers is the reigning MVP. Won the MVP a couple years ago. Who wouldn't have faith in Lamar Jackson? Next up, remember, if you're in the chat, you can post something either in the comments of the live stream, or you can post something in the comment section down below. Next up, sorry, I was looking at the picture, and he's Mike Fulton, faulty, basically. Was he on the Braves? He's on the Texans now. I don't know. Whatever. Next up, Sam Darnold. Where is that overlay? Sam Darnold, right? That should be a Panthers jersey because he got traded to the Panthers for multiple picks in the late round. That was okay. I think it was an okay trade for both teams. I think the Jets could have gotten a better offer on Sam Darnold, but I think the real winner of that trade is the Panthers. Okay, think of this in your mind, right? Their defense, it's up and coming. They have Dante Jackson, Jeremy Chin. Shaq Thompson isn't getting any younger, but they just need to. Oh, they have that Derek Brown. What was it? Oh, and Brian Burns. How could I forget about those two? Anyway, they have the pieces there. I think a good linebacker would help in if they drafted in the second round. And then the defense is but the offense is where it's at. Teddy Bridgewater did not get it done in Carolina. They had DJ Moore, Curtis Samuel, who isn't there anymore, and Robbie Anderson. Those are only the wide receivers. They don't have a tight end. I'll get to that later. But they do have one of the best receiving backs in the league, and Christian McCaffrey. He got hurt. But who else is there? That's it. And their O-line, it's young, it's old at the same time. Paredes, he's coming back. You never know what they're going to get. But all they needed basically was a quarterback. And I think at the position that they were going to be in the draft, with the Chargers moving up, right? It would go Lawrence, Wilson, most likely Justin Fields. And then it's kind of a wash from there. I don't know who has the... Hold on. 2021 NFL mock draft. Who has the 4th overall pick? You guys get to see an early glimpse of my mock draft. Falcons have number 4, right? So I don't think the Panthers have the capital to draft up and pick Kyle Pitts. But I think the Panthers are going to either select Trey Lance. I think that is really good. Either going to select Mac Jones. That's kind of like a Drew Lock, John Elway type. Or they're going to select who was it? Kyle Pitts, right? It's most likely going to be Kyle Pitts. But on the off chance that he does drop, number 5 is Penei Sewell, O-line. Dolphins have... actually, the Falcons might draft out of the 4th spot. They might trade back to later in the draft so that they can get Mac Jones, Trey Lance. Anyway, if Kyle Pitts does fall, Dolphins are pretty set in stone. They're going to want Jamar Chase. And then the Lions, they're probably going to get linebacker. They're probably going to get Micah Parsons. And then at 8, I think Kyle Pitts falls. Kyle Pitts will be perfect in that offense. And I just hope Sam Darnold can find his footing there. If that's weird. If that's something to do, to say. Anyway, that's my thoughts. I think the Panthers are going to be a really good team. And I also think here's a dark horse for the playoffs right here. I was banking on them so hard last year, and then everybody got hurt, right? Oh, actually, there's 2 teams like that. Panthers, they're a couple years away from making a good playoff run. But the 49ers, everybody got hurt, right? Jimmy G, not the answer. I'm sorry. But I think with the offense that they run, with Deebo Samuel used as more of a running back, wide receiver hybrid that can do jet sweeps and stuff. And then, what's his name? Raheem Mostert, who was pretty much the fastest running back in the league. And then George Kittle. How do I forget about George Kittle? George Kittle, who was one of the best tight ends behind Kelsey, I think. And then the O-line, Mike McGlinchey and Trent Williams, I think. They're young. Or Trent Williams not, but Mike McGlinchey is. But the only thing they're in the defense, of course, but the only thing they're really missing is a quarterback. And I think with Justin Fields' athleticism, they could do triple option plays with Mostert and Deebo. It'll be crazy. That'll be the new Ravens to watch out for if they take Justin Fields. I also think I was banking on the Broncos a while back, and then Drew Lock was not the answer. But I think if they select a good rookie quarterback, I think they could have a shot. They have Noah Fant, one of the best underrated tight ends in the league. Jerry Jeudy, Courtland Sutton. Don't have a running back. Lindsley's gone. Melvin Gordon, I think, is still there. Don't know. But and their defense, Justin Simmons, that's pretty much it. But I thought the Broncos were going to be really good. They're probably falling off right now. But they do need a quarterback. There's a lot of teams that need a quarterback. Yeah. That's my rant. Thank you for listening to my TED Talk. Orlando Brown Jr., he has more interest. I believe we're going to trade him on draft night. Sorry, I thought there was something from CBS. Per report, Ravens has entertained offers from the Bears. Who can we get from the Bears? Who's their receiver? Gabriel? No, he retired. Anthony Miller, I think. Or we could get one of their picks. The Bears have the 20th pick. Not bad. The Chargers, more on them in the later video. They have the 13th pick. The Chiefs, I do not want to give him to the Chiefs. I don't think EDC wants to either. We're not going to check. Colts, they are searching for that Anthony Costanzo replacement, right? That's actually my favorite now. But we don't want to give him to the Colts. Never mind. My favorite's probably the Chargers. Dolphins, they've been a front runner. They have Devontae Parker, which I don't know if I won or not. And then they have one pick early, one pick late. I think we'll make it the later one. Panthers, I don't think they'll trade for their pick. And then Vikings, Adam Thielen, maybe? And Washington football team. I don't know. That was later. That was the oldest report. The next report, most recently, are Bears, Chargers, and Colts. And then most recently, the Chiefs have inquired. And then the most recently thing there. Sorry, Oro game hasn't started yet. Bears, Colts, Chiefs, Vikings, and Chargers. Situation: a trade is likely during the draft for a first-round pick and another pick or player. So he has interest. I mean, come on, man. Teddy Bridgewater, I think he might go to Denver. I think that's a good fit. And then Denver can get some defensive help. They can trade out and get linebackers and stuff. Hey, the Orioles game started. All right. Orlando Brown, I want to see. Hold on. I want to see him go to the Did I say Chargers? I want to see him go to the Chargers for their 13th pick. That's more about that in later in the video. Next topic, and then we're gonna chill for a couple minutes while I eat my grilled cheese that is on the way. While Cedric Mullins is college strike. But CoCap is back. Anthony Levine is back. I think it's a good signing because, of course, John Harbaugh is a special teamer at heart and loves special team players. I don't know. Who's gonna call? It's 0-2. Run 1-2 for Cedric Mullins. But who's gonna call the plays on special teams? If Anthony Levine is not there, I don't know. I think this is a good signing. Yeah. Next up, yes, right. It is reported that Mullins struck out. Nice. It is reported that hold on. I'm going to go off my phone because that's easier. Yeah, there it is. There we go. Terence Marshall, right? Last year, he had an 82% catch contested rate. That is third highest in college football. Last season, I'm pretty sure. This is Orioles suck. But this is the guy I want the Ravens to get later. More on that later in the video. Also having to deal with Also having to deal with Terence Marshall. Scouts call him a Julio Jones potential. You guys know who Julio Jones is, right? I'll let you simmer on that for a while. Julio Jones, right? He just got a Madden Easter card promo. He goes up for the ball. He grabs the ball. He is known for grabbing the ball out of people's hands. To be compared to Julio Jones means that you have to be special enough to get that title. And if we don't get Terence Marshall, I think it'll be a huge mistake. He'll be somebody somewhere else. You can quote me on this. Terence Marshall is going to be good. If he's bad, that's bad for me, but he will be good. Trust me. And of course, if he goes to like what's the team that doesn't pass that much? Ravens. If he goes to, let's say, who has a lot of receivers as well? Let's say Cardinals. Let's say if he goes to the Cardinals and he is used as a slot receiver, it's not going to work out that great. He is a boundary guy who can go up and catch the football. That's what we need. So, yeah. Also, I don't think I put... Yeah, I didn't put this. But guess who is the only player in NFL history... Hold on. Kevin's going to get on. And food is here. All right. So we're going to take a quick segue right now. I'm going to go and get stuff to eat. And we're going to try to get Kevin in here. So we're going to I'm going to mute my mic. I'm going to stop my camera. DJ Stewart just struck out. All right, hold on. All right, well, I just got my food. I just sent it to Kevin. He'll be on soon. I'm just gonna start eating because I'm hungry. I'll mute my mic so it doesn't seem... We'll be back on at 8:20. All right, we are back. And so is Kevin. Hello.
Hello.
Oh boy. All right. Hold on. Let me. Hold on. Oh, I can't do that. Can you lower your mic volume, Luder? Okay. Um, it's still a little laggy, so why don't you turn off your camera if you want.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So,
Am I the only one in right now?
Yes.
All right.
Is there a way to lower your volume? Oh, there we go.
I have it on low, like as low as it can go. So like really loud or something.
Yeah. Talk. Wait, Kevin, talk.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. All right, I figured it out. All right, talk now.
Hello.
There we go. All right, I figured it out.
That's good.
So, we were just talking about what was I talking about? I was just on a lunch break.
A lunch break. It's dinner.
Dinner break. I just got a cheeseburger, grilled cheese and fries.
Solid meal.
Yeah. All right, so we might have one more person after. But we're gonna talk about. I talked about some of the baseball stuff already. We're in the middle of talking about football stuff, but we'll after this question, I'll transfer it into basketball stuff, and so you can talk about that. Who do you think is the only player in NFL history to return an interception, a punt, a blocked punt, and a fumble for a touchdown in his career? The only person in NFL history.
Well, I'm gonna take a guess here. I know obviously for interceptions and fumbles this is possible. I don't know about special teams, but I'm gonna go with Ed Reed.
With that guess, you would be correct. So good job. Michael Franco just doubled.
Yeah, I have the game on right now. It's on mute.
Interesting
camera angle.
What, me?
It's like zoomed out.
Or the game. Oh. Okay. So we're gonna I didn't take screenshots. Whatever, we're gonna go to basketball. Where is it? Is this it? No, that's not it. We'll do that. Mark Turchin, he got an extension. Did you hear about this, Kevin? Kevin?
Could you repeat that? You lagged out. I heard Mark Turchin.
Sorry. Did you hear about Mark Turchin's extension?
Yes, I did.
You want to tell us about that?
Okay, so he did get extended. It's not a huge extension, so I don't think either party is really happy about it, Turchin or the Terps, and I do not think he'll be here for much longer.
Oh, really? How long is he extended for?
I believe it was 2 years. It was not a big extension.
How long do people usually get extended, coaches?
Well, ideally many years. I mean,
right.
I don't exactly know, but probably 7-ish. A decent amount of time.
Oh, wow.
2 years isn't really enough time to get a bunch of recruits and start a successful career with the team.
Right. Do you sorry, ketchup burn. Also, Kevin, there's ketchup packets now at a high school. They used to have like a machine, and then you would press down on the machine and it would like squirt out ketchup. But now they have ketchup packets, and I get my finger all dirty, and it reminds me of when you would eat ketchup out of the packet. Sorry, weird tidbit of information there. Talking about.
I did do that.
Yeah, we're talking about Terps right now. Do you like Mark Turchin? Do you think he's a good coach?
I do not think he's a good coach, but I think he's a good recruiter.
What do you mean by? What do you mean about recruiter? I'm still
I
new
think
to
he's
this. So,
good.
like, what is a recruiter?
Like he gets a lot of big name guys to join the Terps, like NBA
Oh,
guys who make the NBA. So he's got some
so
big
he
names
does
to
that?
join the Terps. He's a part of it. I mean, they have recruiters, but he's a big part of it, and he's always
Wait, so
been a good
people,
recruiter.
right? He
But
looks
then,
like a good recruiter.
yeah. But then on the court, he has not proven himself to me.
Like, what are some of the things that he does that don't like? What are some of the things that make you iffy about this 2-year deal?
What do you mean by iffy?
Like, what are some of the things that you don't like about Mark Turchin? Let's say, like, what an example?
Well, one big example is we've been struggling in the NCAA tournament for numerous years.
Well,
We just can't seem to get the job done. We haven't had success in the Big Ten tournament recently.
is it the talent or is it the coaching? Some could argue it's the talent. Has there been
Some
like
could
one
argue
good
it's the
team?
talent, but
Has there been like one good
Big-
team that should have gone all the way? Or at least better than what they've done?
well, our best team in a while was last year, and we didn't have the tournament, unfortunately.
When
But
was the guy
we've
with
had some good teams that haven't gone far.
was there a guy named Mello?
Mello, yeah, he was.
Tremble. Was that last year?
That was not last year. Last year was Anthony Cowan, Jr.
Oh,
and
I
Jalen
have
Smith.
no. Yeah, I'm. Yeah, no. I'm out of my element here. Anyway, speaking of big name recruiters that Mark Turgeon has brought in, he has brought in 2 more, I think, right? I don't know who these people are. Name. Do you know those people? It was like Fats was one of them.
Yeah, I
Q
saw
Dodd.
that he picked up a few recruits. I saw they were both transfers. One was from Rhode Island, one was from Georgetown. I don't know too much about them, but I do know the one guy's name is Fats Russell. It's a pretty cool name. I think it's his nickname, but still.
Are these good
Fats
people
Russell.
for our team?
Well, Fats Russell is a point guard, I believe. So Eric Ayala is probably on his last year with us. If he comes back, I'm assuming he will.
Question. Wait, you can re-sign people?
No, but he's considering going to the NBA draft to get 4 years of eligibility.
Oh, okay.
And in this case, some guys are getting 5 years of eligibility because of the COVID year.
Mm-hmm.
But
what happens? You said that. Sorry, Mark Turgeon brought people back from the NBA, so you can go to the NBA. Dang it!
No, you can't go to the NBA and come back. He got some people off of other college teams who transferred out of their college in there.
Right. Okay.
Once you you can declare for the NBA draft, but once you get an agent, that's when you can't come back.
Okay.
So that's what Eric Ayala has done. He hasn't gotten an agent, but he's declared for the draft. So he'll go to the camp and see what all of the people there say, and if they think he'll be a draft pick, and then he'll make his decision on whether to hire an agent and go to the draft or not, and then come back to Maryland if he doesn't.
Do you think he'll be able to be drafted?
Not this year. I think
not this year.
Daryl Morcell, who was a senior this year, is probably going to play overseas somewhere, maybe in Europe or something.
Oh.
He has a 5th-year option, so because of COVID, it's not normal to have a 5th-year option.
Right.
But I'm guessing he's not coming back. Aaron Wiggins, I think, has a chance of being a
I know that guy.
draft pick. So if Aaron Wiggins leaves, that wouldn't surprise me either. I could see him being a draft pick, maybe a rotational guy in the NBA. I do see Eric Ayala coming back next year. I don't think he's quite ready, but you never know. If he has a really good camp, they might tell him to go, and then he'll get drafted possibly. So we're hoping to have him back. We would be a better team with him. really hoping for Wiggins back as well, but we'll have to see how that goes.
You sound like an announcer. It's pretty cool. Just like, and I like
Thank
to
you.
have him. I like to have him back there too, but I don't know. We'll have to see how that goes. Back to you, Bob. Now for the weather.
Back to you, Mr. McNally.
Yeah. All right. So that pretty much. Is there anything other news that our Terps have done? Like I just followed the Twitter account for the Terps. I want to get all the
There
scoops.
actually
But
is some news, yes.
oh, okay. Go ahead.
Another thing that Turge has been bad about is a lot of people keep transferring out of Maryland, which is not a good thing. Usually, that means that that the coach is not very good, or there's a reason that people are leaving.
All right. How many? Do we have a statistic? Bob, go get a statistic. How many people got transferred out of Maryland? I'll look it up real quick. Go ahead.
This year, we've now had 2 people leave.
Oh,
both of
you
them
actually
were
looked it
bench
up.
players,
Okay.
but it's not a good look.
Right.
I'm sure you remember Scholl.
Wait, was that the guy that I called Cole?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
I'm gonna miss Scholl. He was always a fun guy to watch. He was like 7'2", so always enjoyed seeing him when he got in.
Right.
He's gonna be a Beaver. Also known as Oregon State.
Oh, okay. I was like, what is a beaver? What the heck? All right. Yeah.
I know it got quiet there. And
it just got so bad. Yeah.
Aquan Smart also transferred out of Maryland. Not exactly sure where he's going to go. He hasn't decided.
Wait, you know Zach Lee?
I do not know Zach Lee, no.
Oh. We've been trying to find him. We've been trying to find him at lunch.
Oh. Who's Zach Lee?
I don't know. You said exactly. And so it was like that.
And then in recent years, we've also had other transfers.
Right. Is it all because of Mark Turchin, or is it just...
I don't exactly know, but it's not a good look to have a bunch of your players transferring out. And one situation where it was him was...
Oh, we have a situation.
The
All right, let's go.
Brothers, they were last year, I believe.
Wait, Michael Jackson? He played with the Terps?
No, the Jackson
No, not
brothers.
Michael Jackson. Yeah, he's a Jackson, one of the Jackson 5. No?
Well, anyways, one of them got more playtime than the other. They were twins.
And they're upset about that? What? Wow, okay.
They got really upset with Mark Turchin.
Right.
I believe they said something in an interview. Wouldn't quote me on that, but I believe they called him out in an interview, and they transferred out. Had a few other rotational guys transfer out in the recent years as well.
Well, this has been one of our most informational Terps subjects we've had for the first video, which wasn't very informational.
I like my Terps.
Yeah, you do.
One thing that I do want to say though is I can tell.
And you also talk a lot.
I don't want to.
That also is really good for padding on time.
I don't want to bash on the Terps and Mark Turcin too much.
Get ready.
Had the greatest history, in my opinion, but he still has had some very successful moments with the Terps, and he's not terrible. So
right. All right. Hot take. Who do you think the worst coach? I don't know if it's the league. Who do you think the worst coach is? In the college. Conferences.
And then
worst.
NCAA is the whole big tournament.
Yeah, NCAA worst coach.
Worst coach in college basketball.
Yeah. And what team is he from?
I don't really have one coach where I'm like, oh, that guy stinks.
That guy stinks.
Get a load of this guy. I don't really know exactly. I mean, maybe Arizona coach. I don't know if he's still there or not, but They were
Right.
involved in a scandal a few years ago.
Oh.
With cheating and like paying players.
Oh no, that's not
So
good.
I think he might have been fired. I'm not really sure about that, but if he's still
Right.
around, I'm gonna go with him.
All right. Well, give me 1 minute. We're gonna go into the next segment. It's been fun talking Terps.
It has been. You clearly
yeah.
know your stuff, Evan.
Yeah, thank you. We talked about DJs, or I talked about. Oh, did you hear about Patrick Queen and his jersey number? That fiasco.
I did not.
Okay, first off, we'll get to that. Second off, I have clarification from an unknown source that George Lopez is throwing some wicked curveballs and stuff and pitches. He struck out like how many people so far? Let's
I
go
don't know.
to
I have
box.
the game on, but I haven't been counting.
He struck out 4 people already. It's the top of the third. He's pitched 2 innings. Unbelievable. And he gave up like 7 runs against the Red Sox when I went to that game.
Yeah,
All right.
he's struggled earlier in the year. Who's your unknown source? Is it an Orioles announcer?
Yeah, no, I don't know.
Ben McDonald, possibly?
It's my mom.
My source.
Yeah. So Ravens Patrick Queen has his eyes on Lamar Jackson's jersey number per source.
That's interesting.
Yeah, Patrick Queen has worn the number 8 in college for LSU. Hold on. I gotta find the overlay. Oh, there it is. There you can see the number 8. Now, I don't know who in their right mind would want to go for the MVP's number. I know Lamar Jackson would be somebody to do that, but it doesn't make any sense. I don't know. No, it's just, what do you think, Kevin?
Yeah, I would disagree with that too. It may have been his college number, but that is
Right.
our quarterback's number. Very successful. I'm gonna have to protest this since I have a Lamar Jackson jersey.
Yeah, I was about to
Longer
say
number
every
8,
single
then that would be
person.
good.
I was going to say every single person who has bought either a Patrick Queen jersey or a Lamar Jackson jersey will be so mad if they change numbers. All right, consider
Lamar
this.
Jackson's been popular for a jersey buy too.
Yeah, that is true. Like, there's a lot of people.
Not just
Consider
Ravens
this. Yeah. Patrick Queen takes Lamar Jackson's jersey number. What jersey number does he take? Or what jersey number does Lamar get?
Lamar takes number 1 because he's number 1.
You heard it here first, folks. Hey, Freddie Galvis got on base somehow. What did he do?
Yeah. He's heating up a little bit. He had a rocky start, but he's started to heat up a little bit.
Triple! Holy crap. Sorry, I'm not watching the game. I'm watching like the at-bat version. I don't feel like putting it on my screen. Yeah.
He hit it to the wall.
Really? Really? Interesting. Where are they playing? Camden Yards? No, they're playing in Texas. Okay.
Yeah. In the new stadium.
Oh, it's a new stadium. All right. Next order of business. Justin Houston. Justin Houston is set to visit the Ravens. Well, he actually visited them on Wednesday. No news. No news so far. He's most likely going to Indianapolis. I'm sorry. What do you think, Kevin?
I did see that he was visiting. I didn't hear too many details about it.
Yeah, well, that also happened with Sammy Watkins.
Double, by the way.
Hey, Cedric Mullins, let's go. He's my favorite. Oh, did I tell you the story about Cedric Mullins? No. All right.
No.
So, when he a couple of years ago, I asked my uncle to buy me a jersey of Cedric Mullins, and he's like, "No, he's a bum." And I was like, and I was sad because I wanted a Cedric Mullins jersey because I had an Adam Jones, and he went to China or something.
Japan.
Yeah, I was gonna say Japan, but I wanted to make it funny. But he went to
Diamondbacks first.
Yeah. Anyway, he left us. And I was like, oh, I want a Cedric Mullins jersey. I need to fill that void. And he's like, no, he's a bum. And then I got sad. And then Cedric Mullins did awful. And then he went to Double A. And then he got back. And every single time he gets on base, and he's like one of the most. Probably has one of the highest OBSs in the game. I rub it into my uncle's face every single time because I want a Mullins jersey, and I went to an Oriole game and I wanted a Mullins jersey, but my mom said no because it was too expensive, and I am mad and sad at the same time. Thank you for listening to my TED Talk. Anyway, Justin Houston. Do you think he'll be a good fit in the Ravens organization?
Well, he has had some success in his career, so I'm going to go with yes. We have brought in some veteran players who have worked out well in our defense.
Doomerville.
Martindale. Doomerville's a good option. A good pass player.
Who else was? McPhee.
Vines, LJ Ford. So there's a decent list of linebackers who have had success, like LJ Ford, for example, who just came off the couch. He was unemployed when we signed him, and then he turned into this guy who got an extension. So,
unrelated.
Sorry. Decent.
Yeah.
But
I think it'll work out. He's getting older, but he did have like a 10 sack season last year, I think. But that is overshadowed by the monster that is DeForest Buckner. On an unrelated note, I saw today that DRC, Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie, is eyeing up a return to football. He's probably going to retire. But what if we are a team that needs secondary help? What if we get DRC? I'm mostly wanting this because I have his team in Madden, and if he goes to the Ravens, he gets more team chemistries. But what do you think? Do you want us to sign DRC? Do you know who that is?
Well, I'll be completely honest with you. I do not know who that is.
Okay. You are not. Safety. You are not a Madden player. Yeah. So, Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie.
But I'm more of an.
He was good.
Player.
He was good. Does that hold on. Sorry. What does that exposition player count as losing to me as the Buccaneers? It's just a question. See, he's silent now. Anyway, DRC, I think he's too old for us to sign him. Me personally.
That was actually going to be my comment before you asked.
Yeah.
Do I know him? I was gonna pretend that I knew him and say that he was too old to be a veteran safety. I could see us signing a veteran linebacker, but
he is
it'd be best if we went young at safety.
Yeah, that's true. So you're thinking Trayvon Moehrig? Or just somebody more down the board?
I want the Ravens to take in the draft.
Yeah, well, we're gonna do a mock draft.
But I think linebacker would be our.
What? You mean edge?
Yeah, edge.
All right. So since we're on this topic now, and since I don't think Kyle's gonna come into this, I might as well bring this up now. My ideal scenario, right? This is what I want to happen, because there are very many wide receivers in this class, not many edge rushers. Those are the two needs that we need. Interior linemen we can get in the later rounds. Cornerbacks we can get in later rounds. What else do we need?
We could use a third tight end.
No, we don't need a tight end. We have Eric Tomlinson. And Patrick Ricard.
Patrick Ricard's our fullback.
Yeah, well, he's used as a tight end. Yeah. Also a defender.
I guess he is Pancake Pat for a reason.
Anyway, my ideal scenario, we trade with the Chargers, who have interest in Orlando Brown Jr. We trade Orlando Brown Jr., probably like a 3rd round pick or earlier. I think we keep one of our 2nd round pick. I think we give them a 3rd round pick and maybe like a 6th. And then we get the Chargers first rounder pick. That is their 13th overall pick in the draft. With that 13th overall pick, I think we should select Azeez Ojulari, and he's an edge rusher. I think edge rusher is our need. But with our 27th pick, I think we pick Terence Marshall. And he's the wide receiver that we need. Are you a Marshall fan or a Bateman fan?
I would say I'd probably go Bateman. I don't know too much on
Oh,
either.
Phil! You bad one again.
I will be honest with you. I do not want the Ravens to draft a wide receiver in the first round. We've done that far too many times.
Yeah, but Terence Marshall is different, though. People say he has Julio Jones like abilities, right? He's basically the spitting image of Julio Jones. Early second round.
If he's supposed
late
to be
first,
Julio
early
Jones
second.
then why is he not like a top 10 pick?
Because people don't know. People don't know his potential. All right. Think of DK Metcalf. He was not supposed to go. When did he go? Second round?
He was the very first pick of the second round.
He wasn't supposed to go second round. He was supposed to go like third, fourth round. But guess what? He shot up in potential after his combine, and look how he is now. Terence Marshall is a little bit slower, a little bit taller than DK Metcalf. I don't think that's a great comparison, but they have the hands, they have the route running, they have the blocking. It's just Terence Marshall is. I wouldn't actually compare Bateman to DK Metcalf, but Terence Marshall, I think we should go Terence Marshall. Anyway, our second round or third round pick should be O-lineman.
Well, I will be honest with you. I haven't done too much research on Bateman or Marshall. I've heard of Bateman, so that's why I went with him. But again, I don't see the Ravens taking a wide receiver. They have a lot of young guys in their system already as well.
Yeah, but the thing is, I know you're right, but I do want Terence Marshall. I was thinking my train of thought was that we get somebody that can grow with Lamar. So every time Lamar grows, Terence Marshall grows. But I kind of think that's already Duvernay and Prochet. But we did just lose Willie Snead. But that's kind of a Watkins replacement. Marquise Brown. We just need somebody. No, I'm getting back on the Terence Marshall train. We need somebody that's a threat that can be that can be covered. I've been saying this since like week 7. We have Hollywood I'm going on a rant. Hollywood on one side, Boykin on the other side, and Mark Andrews at tight end, right? They have enough cornerbacks on the field because they want to contain Lamar Jackson that they put one man on Marquise Brown, two men on Mark Andrews, and one man on Miles Boykin, right? So they contain our best player. That's why Mark Andrews didn't have a great season last year, because he was double covered all the time. If we get a guy like Terence Marshall, granted, Sammy Watkins might already take that second man off of them. But if we get a man like Terence Marshall, I think we will be looking very good.
I completely agree that Mark Andrews was double covered and sometimes even triple covered. The thing with that is, why wasn't Hollywood, who was a first-round pick, the guy to help him, or Brashad Perryman all those years ago? Yeah,
well, the thing about Hollywood is he needs time, and he needs time to get on those deep routes. Like, he doesn't want to go in the middle of the field. He doesn't want to go low, like a simple up and back route, comeback route. He doesn't do those things. Hollywood is a screen guy, a screen guy. That's what he is. And once you give him the ball, he can do all these shifty moves and then fall down. But that's not what we want. You can see that later in the season, that he was trying to get more extra yards. Also, Hollywood is a deep threat. Okay, that shades the safeties back, way back. Probably in another stadium, away from Lamar Jackson. And I think if we get a O lineman, that could. But we got Zietler, so he might help. If we get an O lineman, Zietler, that will help Hollywood be more explosive, and that's why I think the Ravens are going to be different this year. It doesn't matter who we draft. We might draft edge second round though.
Be very good this year.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm excited to see how we draft. I really am.
This draft, I think last draft was pretty set in stone. It was going to go Burrow, Young, Okuda, and then everybody else kind of fell in their place. The only thing that kind of surprised me was Queen dropping to us. I thought Seattle was definitely going to take him, and we were going to take Jordan Brooks. Yes. They have Demario Davis. He plays sub linebacker. They do need a middle linebacker. But I don't know. I think that draft was pretty much set in stone for the first round. But with this first round, there's so many things that could happen because of the quarterbacks. It's probably going to go Lawrence, Wilson, and then it's no man's land. I don't even know if Wilson's a given. Fields might go 3. Fields might go 2. I don't know. We'll have to see.
I heard another option too, by the way. I'm not exactly sure the guy's name, but I heard that there's a 4th guy moving up the ranks.
Trey Lance, Mac Jones.
Yeah, Lance, and Mac Jones is the big name Alabama guy, but
yeah, he's the
being a top quarterback.
He's one of the top 5. He's probably the last one. He's a early second, late first. Patriots are going to take him. How much you want to bet?
I don't know. Bill Belichick was pretty disappointed to see him overthrowing at his pro day.
That's a facade. Speaking of Bill Belichick, can we get golf claps all around for his 69th birthday today? And with that segment, we're going into show and tell time. All right. If you don't know show and tell time, yeah.
I have my camera
on. Yeah. Well, you have to turn it on.
I need to.
Yeah. So we had the first 2 episodes. We just showed everybody like stuff, and I was like, okay, why don't we make this into a normal segment? So I'm gonna go get something. As Ryan Mountcastle flies out to the left fielder, I'm gonna go get something to show you guys. You guys, Kevin, you get something to show me. It could be a book. It could be a Wii remote. I don't care. Just get something that is just something.
Okay. That's a very specific detail and exactly what I need to get.
All right, I'm back. What'd you say?
I said that was a very detailed and specific answer you gave me to what I needed to bring.
Yeah. So I'm going to go first, actually.
Oh, home run, by the way. Just so you know.
Oh.
Rio Ruiz goes yard.
Oh, that hasn't happened for me. Oh, woohoo! All right. First up, got a Ryan Mountcastle rookie card out of a Topps pack. And then got a Fernando Tatis Jr. Autographed rookie card through the years.
Is it an
and it's not
autograph or is it like a printed autograph?
It's like it's only for baseball cards. Anyway, it's like this isn't like the real card. It's just like a picture on another card. But that card goes for $30. So I'm pretty happy that I pulled that.
Impressive.
Yeah. No, it's not impressive. Switching over to Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Your turn, Garrett. Or I keep calling you Garrett for some reason. Your turn, Kevin.
All right. Well, I don't know if you can see this.
Okay. Yeah. Hold on.
I don't know why it's like not in the frame.
Oh.
This is a
sorry.
Autographed Boog Powell, Major League Baseball.
It's not in the frame yet.
I got it at an Orioles game.
Ah, there we go. Oh.
It was really laggy, so I turned my camera off. By the way.
Yeah, that's fine.
I hope
That's
that
fine.
it showed. I don't know if it actually did or not.
It was there.
A,
Like, you could see it. It didn't see the autograph. I just saw a ball in the case. I believe you, but yeah,
it's an autographed Boog Powell thing. I got a picture with him. I caught the ball. I actually didn't catch the ball. I was at batting practice and a home run was hit, and it was hit near me.
Did you say, "Hi, I'm 5 years old. You might think I'm 5 years old because of how tall I am, but can I have the ball, please?" Is that your response? Oh, good job, Kevin. Golf claps in the chat. Pog champs, poggers.
4 of them.
Sorry.
4 of them, Evan.
Yeah.
I did get my picture with him.
That is Pog champs.
I wonder if he'll. I bet he does not remember, but I guess you never know.
That one Make-A-Wish kid.
Well, I'm not a Make-A-Wish kid.
Oh, yes, I remember that one Make-A-Wish kid that I took a picture with. He had a growth deficiency.
That's cool.
All right, back
if
from
I was
this.
a Make-A-Wish kid, then something bad would have had to have happened to me. So,
all right,
that's not
back from this dark turn. We have Juju Smith-Schuster. Some more news. We were Juju's last choice to come here. I'm not surprised by this. He's being a Steeler. If he goes to the Ravens, everybody's gonna hate him. He doesn't want that. His TikTok followers will all ban his TikTok account. I don't know. And then the Chiefs were there. Who doesn't want to go to the Chiefs, man? They've been to the Super Bowl twice in 2 years. That's a yes for me. Also, the reason why he didn't come to the Ravens is that their blocking style offense did not appeal to him. Now I think that's BS because Juju has been a really good blocker. He plays in the slot, right? And what do you mean our blocking scheme is bad? We are a run-first offense. I think it's just he doesn't want to come here, one, because he's a Steeler, and two, he wants to be passed to. He doesn't like the running team.
Yes,
Kevin, what do you think?
That's the main reason is
he
knows it's a run-first offense, and
mm-hmm.
I would have gone to the Chiefs. I don't know what he was thinking there. I don't know why you'd go to an old, washed-up Ben Roethlisberger when you could have.
Yeah, well, they did just sign Josh Dobbs. Do you know who that is?
I've heard of him.
Yeah, so he was like the backup for like 10 years, and then he got traded to Jacksonville, and then they cut him. And now he's back in Pittsburgh.
Sounded like a backup who I've heard of over the years, occasionally getting to make a start.
Yeah, so the Steelers have like 4 backup quarterbacks. And so I was reading Twitter, and they were like, I forgot what it was. Contingency for Big Ben ? So they have like Dwayne Haskins, Mason Rudolph, and Josh Dobbs. And when I saw the tweet, it said Josh Dobbs is signed with the Steelers. It was at Josh Dobbs, and I thought it was J.K. Dobbins at first. I was like, what? I was very scared. Anyway, Kevin? Okay. Kevin's silent. We're going to go on to our next category. We're going to go 5th highest win he's muted. And he's unmuted. 5th highest win percentage in the NFL era, the 16-game era. This is from 1978 to 2020. Right, we're the 5th highest win percentage. We'll start from low, and then we'll go to high. So the Lions, with a 268 and wins, 410 losses, and 2 ties, which is a .396. The Browns, 251 games won to 379 games lost and 2 ties. That is a .399. The Buccaneers, 276 games won, 403 games lost, and 1 tie, which is a .407. Buccaneers. Cardinals 276 wins, 400 losses, 4 ties. And the Jaguars with 177 wins, 239 losses, which is a .425. And then the best, I'm going to see if we can get Kevin in. I don't understand what's happening. What's happening? I might save the draft review for tomorrow. Or not tomorrow. Next 2 weeks. I don't know. I'm very tired today. We'll have to see. How many categories do we have left? A lot. Yeah. And especially because Kevin hasn't reviewed any of it. But we're going to go Steelers. The Steelers have a 413 games won, 265 games lost, and 2 ties, which is a .609 win percentage. Oh, Kevin just left. Hello, everybody. Patriots have a 410 wins, 270 losses, which is another .603. Broncos actually, 394 wins, 285 losses, 1 tie, .580 percentage. Packers 381 wins, 293 losses, and 6 ties. How do you tie 6 games? Unbelievable. That is a .565. And then ours, 225 wins, 174 losses, and 1 tie, which is a .56 win percentage. So yeah. Next topic. Tucker. Tucker's shot. I don't look at the overlay. That's just really bad. But Ravens John Harbaugh says he considered letting Justin Tucker try a 68-yard field goal in the Ravens' comeback win against the Browns. I don't know I don't know if he could have made it. I'm going to send Kevin another. Oh, come on. Stupid. Backspace. All right, well, I think I broke my computer. So the stream, well, there we go. It's just taking a while. Anyway, I don't know if he would have made it. Probably because he's the best talker in NFL history. We're going to try to invite Kevin back in here for the next 10 minutes. So now, instead of an hour and 45 minutes, we're cutting it to an hour and 30 minutes. Sorry, viewers. I know you guys care. Send him another invite. So, yeah, Tucker could have made it, but we won anyway, so it doesn't matter. Talked about that. There we go. I haven't talked about this tonight. That is Antonio Brown. AB. Oh, Kevin's back. Kevin, you're back.
Can you hear me?
Or not. Oh, you're...
Can you hear me, Evan?
Yeah, I can hear you. You're good.
All right. Sorry about that. Everything was going well. Then I got a phone call, and I just hit reject right away. But then after that, my voice wasn't coming through. So
Okay. So we're talking about Antonio Brown now. We just talked about Justin Tucker might have gotten a chance to kick a 68-yard field goal. Do you think he would have made it in the Browns game?
I'm gonna go with probably not, but anything's possible with Tucker.
Yeah, that he has drilled like 60-yarders before. I don't know if that plays into it, but
I'd say no, but it wouldn't surprise me just because of how good he is.
All right. We're talking about Antonio Brown. He has reports show that he has been getting heavy interest from the Ravens and Seahawks. Seahawks, who they have? Tyler Lockett, DK Metcalf. May need a third receiver.
I can think of.
Russell Wilson does want Antonio Brown. I think he might go to the Seahawks. But we need a wide receiver. AB does practice with Hollywood and sorry, just saw your thingy. Hollywood AB does practice with Hollywood and Lamar Jackson in Florida. So could this be the next step in a family reunion?
I'm going to say probably not, but anything's possible. I just don't see it happening.
Is that your favorite phrase now? I'm gonna say probably not, but anything's possible.
I mean, it is possible, but I don't see it happening.
Yeah, I can see it happening, but I don't think so because of the.
He's had issues with
Exactly.
passing, like not getting the ball enough, and I feel like he'd be more of a blocker than he would be a receiver. He would still get some stuff thrown to him, but I don't think he'd be happy there. And
Right.
he's also had
Good.
a lot of other locker
Good analysis.
So.
Next quick subject. Julian Edelman has officially retired. Thank God. But no, people say he's a Hall of Famer. I don't think so. Look at Jerry Rice. Oh, you're muted again. Look at Jerry Rice compared to what's his name?
Edelman.
Edelman. Oh, you're back. Compared to Edelman, I don't think so. But I do remember. Oh, Galvis just doubled. I do remember.
Yeah, he did.
The Amendola pass. I don't know if it was Edelman that threw it. I think it was Edelman. But Edelman threw it to. It was like a Philly special, basically, but before its time. Brady threw it to Edelman. Edelman ran all the way to the left side and threw it up to the left, back left corner where Danny Amendola was standing. And ever since that playoff kerfuffle, I've been mad at Julian Edelman. And every single time that he does like a reverse, I was like, oh no, not this play again. But do you think he'll go in the Hall of Fame?
Well, should I go to my go-to phrase here?
Yes. Probably not, but anything's possible.
I'm gonna say no. He's had an impressive career, but he's not good enough for the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, and the thing about the passing yards, he's only got that many passing yards because of Brady and Brady leading Edelman to the playoffs. That's my take.
I'm gonna say no.
Browns meeting with Jadeveon Clowney was delayed due to travel plans. Ravens and Colts also making a late push. We already know that. Oh, they're trying to hit Mullins. We already know that Jadeveon Clowney is signed with the Browns. What do you think about that? Do you think the Browns are like the new top dogs? Pun intended.
Yeah, pun intended. I never say that they're the top dogs over the Ravens. I'm about sick of hearing them sign big name people. Seems like a common sighting nowadays.
Yeah, but Baker Mayfield, right? Kareem Hunt, Nick Chubb, best running back duo in the league.
Well,
next is J.K. and Gus. All right, very close second.
Then
Jarvis Landry, Odell Beckham. Their offensive line, pretty. It's all right. It's there. Am I back?
Yes, I can hear you. I don't know what happened. You froze for
Yeah, my
30 seconds.
what was the Mullins singles. Didn't get an RBI. What was the last thing you heard?
You were talking about. Oh, jeez, I forget. I think you were talking about Browns and all of their weapons and basically their whole team.
Right. Well, I remember saying the Kareem Hunt, but Odell Beckham, Jarvis Landry, tight end, who's his name? Austin Hooper. Good O-line. Defensively, they have safeties, a couple safeties, not the best ones. Cornerbacks, Denzel Ward, Grady Williams. Linebackers, they just got, what's his name? Walker Jr. from the Colts. Defensively, the guy, Mason Rudolph with the helmet. Don't tell me it's Myles Garrett. He will forever be known as the guy who hit Mason Rudolph with the helmet. Ogunjobi, is that? Anyway, their D-line is sick. They just waived Sheldon Richardson, though. But I do think they're the content. They're going to win. They're going to go win the NFC North. Ravens are going to go to the playoffs, but they're going to be second.
Did you say NFC North?
I'm in AFC.
I don't see it.
All right, my brain is tired. I had a baseball game today. Yeah, I definitely do. Other than that, we are approaching our hour and 30 mark. So, Kevin, I would like to thank you for being on this podcast with me. Remember, next week. Okay. Next week, we're doing nothing. And then the following week, on April 29th, that is draft day. At 7 o'clock, we're going to start a live stream. It's going to be me, Kyle, and a couple other people. If you want to join that, that's fine. But we're going to start it. We're going to watch the draft as it's happening and react. So you might want to get going with your draft analysis and review. We're gonna make a mock draft right before that draft as well. So I would like you to be a part of that. Real quick, leader. Who do you think the leader in forced incompletions on 20+ yards thrown since 2018 is?
Forced incompletions, you said?
Forced incompletions on 20+ yards thrown since 2018.
I'm gonna go with Josh Allen.
No, it's defensively.
Oh,
Forced incompletions. Yeah, forced incompletions.
I'm gonna go with Marlon Humphrey.
Close. Marcus Peters. So that's a pretty good bit of information. Also, it was a couple days ago for doubleheaders, they brought up Travis Lakins Sr., who didn't do too bad, and then Cole Sulcer, who I don't think pitched. But yeah. Last, final bit of thing, and then we'll wrap up. Ryan Kerrigan. He has been in talks with the Ravens. Would Ryan Kerrigan fit in the locker room? What do you think?
I'm not too sure, but what was he, a former Texan player?
Former Washington football team.
Oh yeah, that's right.
He was a monster when he was young.
I think he's had a few locker room issues. We tend to have some.
Oh really?
Room.
Huh.
Well, I have no. I thought I was just basing that off of what you said. I really don't know too much about him, but
Okay.
other than he's a linebacker.
Yeah, he's an edge. We need edge. I think we'll sign somebody an edge or wide receiver, and I think that'll clear up our needs in the draft. So the thing is, I don't think that I don't want Ryan Kerrigan. One, he's too old. Two, I do think a veteran. Oh, he scored a. Oh, he home run. Home run.
DJ
Yeah.
Bombs.
Yeah, DJ Bobs. All right. Yeah, I don't want him here. Get away. I think that's it. I'm tired. I'm going to bed soon. I have a game tomorrow. Good night. No, I'm kidding.
Thank you for having me on, Evan.
Yeah, it's been a fun time when you were actually on. I was very sad when I was the only one on here. I was talking to myself. Yeah. I do really appreciate that Terp segment that you brought us. That was very informative and educational, and what's a word for intriguing segment. So I'll hopefully have you on more times. Remember, if you can be on for the draft, come on in. More the merrier. So yeah.
All right. Thanks again.
Yep. And for you guys, thanks for watching. I know nobody commented, but I did have a few viewers here and there. You can watch this on the playback on YouTube. So thanks for watching. Leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. There's going to be a new channel update video on my channel that'll explain why I'm not uploading a lot. So yeah, thank you, Kevin. Good night.